I'm just continuing with the CR100 restoration, getting quite a long way on now. I want to put the coil pack in. I decided to put the coil pack in next, so before I do that, to give me some room, this is the connection strip at the back. Now, all the lettering had come off, but what I found a way of doing it, it's like it's embossed in each of these, almost like they've been pressed in and then painted. So what I used was this grout stick. Now then rubbed off the excess later on. Now what I found was, unfortunately, the word line, as the eye hasn't come out very well. So what I did, I'm going to do this one again to see if it works. So I've got this spiky thing. I'm going to scratch the eye there. Scratch it, and then on this, shake up. Just go over the rub it in there. Now when that's dried, I use this rubber. It's a PCB cleaning rubber. It's a bit like you get the same texture as you get in an eraser for pens, although they never sort of work them all. At school they always ripped your paper, didn't it? But when this dries, I rubbed it over the top and it left the lettering inside. So there you can see it roughly here. That was the one that didn't work out in having. The connections are here. This is one of the originals. So I'll put this back in. These are actually brass. I need to clean that one up. And I think I did on another video, I retapped these and used M4, new M4 brass. But this is brass as well. It's chrome plated brass, I think. So that, once I've done this, I'll put that one in there. Right, I think it's dry enough. I'll give it a try. I don't want to do it when it was too wet, it might just smudge. So I'm going to use this eraser and see how we get on here. Getting there. Right, I'm not sure how clear that's going to be. This didn't come out quite well, I think, considering. There's little scratches that it's filled and the rubber's not rubbing out the little scratches, so there's some white staining on bits. What I'm going to use is probably a Q-tip or something soaked in something, ethanol maybe, just carefully wipe round the bit where it's gone into like little gaps or scratches in here. But generally it's come up okay, so that I'm going to put on the put these back in now. So I think I'll put that one in the line. I would like to use it. So a couple of screws. These sort of elongated a little, almost like pear-shaped. And here there's a very small pin sticking up. And I'll stick that in there. The washer, followed by a nut. Finger tight for now, and do the rest later. Then rightly they went that way. That way. Probably that way. than that, and the final nut on the end there. So I'll continue with that and put the rest of the insulators on here. Some of these insulators, some of these contacts had resistors on the back. I need to check which ones had the resistors across them. Right. Another job I need to do before I put in the coil pack is to probably wind the cord. This is the band change switch. This is the drum that moves the tuning ranges on the drum on the top. Now then, once the coil pack's in, I've got very little room to actually work on this to try and get a cord in it. So I thought I'd try and do the first part of it first before I install it, and try and tape the cord in place. So there's instructions here, and following the instructions, I'll just quickly read the first bit. I've taken all this about if you were changing it in situ. So the first part says, fit a knob temperature to the band change switch and set it to band 2. Well, I know this is set to band 1 at the moment, so 1 rotation. That's band 2. And the next part, I've got to read it all. Take 6 feet of cord. Well, this is about 6 foot of cord here. Bring the two ends together. Now they say in the book there's a small eyelet here. They said to pass that through there and tie it to a washer in a figure of 8 knots. Well, actually that's a reef knot. I think it's easier to do it the other way around. In the washer first and put it in. Supposedly. I've got the washer in here, and I'll put these two ends through the eyelet. Right, a bit fiddly, like threading a needle. That is it there. The washer's in there holding that in. Now the next instructions, let's have a look at those. Right, according to this, it says if the drum is not already secured, it should be fixed into the operating rod with the 2 grub screws and eyelet being at roughly correspond to 10 o'clock position, viewed with the receiver in the normal position. Now normally, see, it would sit like that there. So this is in band 2, so that's 9 o'clock, 12, it's about 10 o'clock, so I'm not going to readjust the grub screws. And then it says take one cord and call it the right hand cord. Use this one. And pass it around the drum 1 complete turn clockwise. Front view. So that's 1 complete turn clockwise. The next instruction. Right, so it goes on then about passing this right hand cord up through the hole and around the little pulleys. That we're going to do. So further down it says call the other one the left hand cord. Again with the receiver on its side, take the left hand cord and wind it counterclockwise around the band switch drum 1.5 turns. So that's going to go round 1.5. That's on a turn there. So basically I'm going to try and fix that there, because these two here will go through the hole in the top chassis. So I can fix them like that and then put it into the chassis and then take the tape off after. So I'm going to put some I'll line these up and put some masking tape on to fix these in place, and hopefully I'll get that in the receiver, and then that can go through the top. Well, that's it, covered in masking tape. That's the theory. That's my idea. Whether it's going to work in practice, I don't know. But anyway, this is covering up the eyelets, the little holes for the grub screws. But I don't think I need them. The other screws are here, so we'll see how that fits and how easy it'll be to remove the tape. I think it's easier to do this. To me, it's going to be easier doing it this way than trying to wrap that round while there's a coil pack right behind it. So I'll bring the receiver up and we'll mount that in the receiver. Okay, there's the receiver upside down on a couple of books. It's getting quite heavy to handle now. Put the transformers and the chokes in. This is where the switch is going to go. There's a small, sorry, let's get the right hole there. It's this top hole here. There's a little pilot hole here. Now then, on this you can see this little bolt through here. So that will locate here like that. The washer on here. Hopefully this nut fits. A quick nip up. I'm going to over tighten it just now. And a little nut on the end of this little. Right, I'll turn the radio round. I've turned the radio round. As you can see here, this is the tape on the top of the switch. This is the cord here. That's probably not see here. On the cam, there's a little gap on the side of this capacitor, so these are going to go through there, a big slot there. I'm going to keep them out of the way, so that's roughly where that's going to go. Not forget this is in the band 2 position at the moment. The coil pack, I know I set that up to band 1, so that's going to go there. And let's see if I can get the coil pack. Just sitting on it just now, Right, there's no locating screws in here. Right, just keep these cables out of the way. Try and get the coil pack in. I've pushed the bar in the coil pack back there. It's easy to get. This in first, and then drop that. It's getting tight fit now. That's holes lined up. Before I bolt that down, there's the cables need to run through the chassis. So I'll see it for size for now. That's going to be a tricky job to get them through. It looks like the shaft is lined up, so I think I will be able to get that into here. First of all, I need to get the cables through the little holes that run up to the top components. Right, all I'll do is wire this up and I'll come back when it's all finished. Right. Thanks for watching, and hopefully the next video will have some testing of the HT. I'm going to mega check it and slowly wind the power up on the transformer. Right, thanks for watching, and I hope that was of interest, and click like or subscribe, whatever, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.